Air travel around the world faced sudden disruption over the weekend after Airbus ordered an emergency recall of nearly 6,000 aircraft from its A320 family, the company's largest safety action in decades. The move came after engineers discovered that intense bursts of solar radiation could disrupt data on certain aircraft, posing a risk during flight. The recall affects the A318, the A319, A320, and A321 models used by hundreds of airlines worldwide. But what triggered the recall? The safety alert followed an October incident involving a JetBlue A320 flying from Cancun to Newark. At 35,000 feet, the aircraft experienced an unexpected pitch down after its flight control system received corrupted altitude data. The plane recovered and later made an emergency landing in Tampa, but 15 passengers were hurt in the process.
Because as we know, it's now a software-related issue. It could have been the hardware as well. So they've had to put time into significant testing. Once they found out what the problem was, the fact that they proactively went out and put out the alert to the entire aviation system, which is airlines around the world, was the responsible thing to do.
Airbus confirmed that a significant number of its aircraft could be affected, especially during the current phase of heightened solar activity. Aviation authorities said the grounding was precautionary but necessary to maintain global safety standards. In fact, in their latest statement, the plane maker said that as of Monday, fewer than 100 Airbus A320 jets remain grounded for the software update. Meanwhile, the airlines has been instructed to roll back software or replace the hardware entirely. Now, most aircraft can be updated within 3 hours, but around 900 older jets need full computer replacements, meaning they cannot carry passengers until repairs are complete. Regulators in the U.S., Europe, and the U.K. and other regions issued emergency directives allowing only ferry flights without passengers until aircraft are in fact updated. Now, the recall hit carriers across the U.S., Europe, and Asia during one of the busiest travel periods of the year. American Airlines described its response as an all-hands-on-deck and began updating hundreds of aircraft. Delta reported minimal disruption, while Lufthansa, British Airways, Wizz Air, and EasyJet said most fixes were done overnight. Japan's ANA canceled 95 flights, affecting 13,500 travelers. Airports in the UK saw minor delays, though most operations continued rather smoothly.
The challenge is that this is one of the busiest travel weekends in the entire year, especially in the US, because we know of the fact that it's Thanksgiving weekend. There are an estimated 45 to 50,000 flights across the US this weekend alone on Sunday and on Saturday. So it's a very difficult one in terms of the impact, not only on the aircraft, the number of aircraft out there, but on traveler confidence and the ability for them to be able to travel without frustration and depending on their airline.
Now, India, which is home to one of the world's largest A320 fleets, reacted quickly after the Directorate General of Civil Aviation temporarily restricted the use of the entire A320 family. Indigo, the country's biggest airline, announced that all 200 of its A320 aircraft have now been fully updated. The airline said that the upgrade was completed without disrupting schedules. Air India said that more than 90% of the A320 aircraft have received the required reset, and the remaining updates will be completed within the mandated timeline. Global regulators emphasized that flying remains extremely safe and credited the swift industry-wide cooperation. Airbus has also apologized for delays, but said that action underscores its commitment to safety in an era when solar radiation poses growing challenges to advanced aircraft electronics. The fixes may steady the skies for now, but experts warn this solar shock is only just the beginning.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.